when you talk about your brand, how do you differentiate the brand that you have versus the UX that you have on, any particular platform, and keep them kind of specific to what you're working on? Because obviously an Apple TV is different than an Android phone.
How we look at it is actually totally abandoning the idea that Magellan is going to look and feel the same way on every platform. It's too hard now. There's too many platforms. And in fact, to better aid that user experience, you actually want your app to feel like it was built for that platform. That user knows how to use their remote. So we need to make sure that we support the platform in the way that platform intends to be used. Also, the platforms will a lot of times make you do this, like LG's Magic Wand pointer system. You have to be able to support that. So I think that we can aid in communications and help our users use our products by actually trying not to preserve an identical experience, but instead preserve the identity, the design identity, but not necessarily the same specific experience.
Okay. And, again, so many devices, so many places you can watch. Esther, what are some of the things, because you've got kind of the corporate brand as well as the individual?
Yeah, our umbrella brand is YouTube, and our global mission is to give everyone a voice. And that translates to how we are meeting our viewers' needs and expectations around the different types of content they want to watch. People come in with different expectations, those that may want to watch live, on demand, movies and shows and sports. And so we're always trying to figure out how to offer those experiences so viewers can easily find what they want to watch, while also being able to discover new types of content. As you can imagine, there's a lot of different sort of ways in which to watch and what, from long form to short form content. And so I think right now we have a platform with YouTube where you can get really amazing user-generated content, gaming, music, all different types of verticals. And then we have YouTube TV, which is our standalone live TV streaming service. And we found that the subscribers coming to YouTube TV are coming for not just the content, but the features that we offer. We bring increased interactivity and personalization to live content. And so this is something that has been of interest and of value to a lot of users coming onto the platform.
Let me just ask you one more follow-up question. So Esther, so in terms of a brand, visually or the kind of philosophy, how does YouTube TV kind of stand out as opposed to YouTube? Because they're obviously two different kind of environments.
Yeah, so, our tenet is that we have a design system that crosses both. And so we don't want to create any confusion for viewers just trying to use some playback controls. You might want to fast forward, you might want to pause. How do you purchase? And so a lot of that is shared across with a shared design system. And we believe that's really important because it's focused on creating consistent experiences for our viewers.
Okay.
There are obviously areas where we'll deviate in some parts. And I think we're always looking at each individual journey and what people are trying to accomplish, but also create something so it feels part of one system.
I'm going to go to Tom next. And Tom, one of the things is that, like, what I think of as Crunchyroll has got to be different than what some of the content is. So how are you differentiating, when you present to the consumer, this is Crunchyroll versus this is a particular program?
For our fans, they come because they have a deep connection to the universes, the IP in of itself, that they are very much connected to the stories, the characters, the sequences, the action, the music, and everything around that. And where Crunchyroll comes in is allowing and being that facilitator of fandom to allow our fans to really be able to connect deeply with their specific fandom or their universe in of itself. We invest heavily in terms of our flywheel of being able to bring in items that are adjacent to the content itself, whether it's manga, whether it's merchandising, whether it's theatrical, so that our fans really see Crunchyroll as a way to be able to truly deepen their connection and their engagement with the content in of itself. It's really a focus on, rather than trying to be something for everyone, really trying to be everything for someone, where someone feels like Crunchyroll allows them to be the true fan that they are.